This is Ryan McDonald at Shade Digital, and this is digital marketing tip number 20, why businesses hire advertising agencies. And all right, so there's a few reasons why, and it varies, depending business to business, but I've come up with 3 reasons why businesses hire advertising agencies. Number 1, no local talent. So they need to access talent, but there's no talent locally. And what do I mean by this? So I grew up in northern Minnesota. We're based in Florida now, but I grew up in northern Minnesota. And one of my clients is from my hometown. And it's a town of about 8,000 people, 9,000 people. It's not a big town. And there's absolutely no digital talent in the town, in the community. Everyone who does have talent in that field, or there's not a big roster to begin with, but most people venture to bigger markets where there's more work. That's part of the reason why I left, was to go to college, right? There's no college in the town. And then I essentially went to a big market where I could find work. So not every business has access to talent, to digital talent, right? And I'm focusing this on digital marketing because that's my field, that's what I deal in. But it can be applied to a whole wide range of industries. So not every business has a local talent base to draw from. And it's also very expensive and time consuming to bring in someone to relocate them. So if he was going to relocate someone from Minneapolis, it's an expensive proposition. And if it doesn't work out, it's a lot of time wasted, that's a lot of money wasted. It's just a lot of hassle. And so not having local talent is one of the biggest reasons why advertising agencies get business. All right. Number 2, better value for more resources. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm not saying that across the board agencies are cheaper than hiring an internal team. I'm saying generally they're cheaper than hiring an internal team. You can hire, some agencies are very expensive, some not so much. In my opinion, you generally get what you pay for when it comes to agencies. But as far as dollar to dollar, your dollars go farther with an agency. And here's why. All right, let's say you spend $100,000 a year in fees. That's like, $8,000 a month, roughly, right? So you spend $100,000 a year in fees. That will get you, counting payroll taxes, salary, benefit costs, etc. That might get you one full-time employee who's experienced, right? Assuming $70K for base salary plus taxes plus benefits plus vacation days, plus those training period, right? So it takes a while, and you generally will get one experienced person. Now that varies depending on market, right? 100K in New York City is not the same as 100K in my hometown, right? In northern Minnesota. But in general, your dollar for dollar comparison, if you spend $100,000 in fees to an agency, you likely have a whole team that works on your account. Now, not exclusively, right? Not exclusively. Maybe sometimes, but generally not. But you have access to way more minds, way more specializations, right? You might have an account manager, a media buyer, access to graphic designers, access to videographers, content producers, an SEO team. Who knows, depending on what the makeup of that agency looks like. But one thing I know for sure is you have access to way more than one brain, right? So you have a whole wide range of talents at your disposal, a whole wide range of options that you just wouldn't have if you were trying to hire internally, right? So dollar for dollar, you're going to get more for your money for an agency. And now, that might not matter if you're like Procter and Gamble, but for 99% of businesses, it 100% matters. The small, mid-sized businesses, which is, the foundation of most agencies you see, that's the biggest value proposition there is access to more resources for a less expensive price on a dollar for dollar basis, right? So, all right. And then option number 3, or the reason number 3, all right, there's no infrastructure costs. So let's imagine for a second that you want to hire a videographer, right? You want to make commercials, you want to make social content, you want to go YouTube videos, you want to go big on video. So you hire a videographer. Makes sense. And let's say you don't want, you want a videographer that can shoot, that can edit, that knows their way around lighting, all that good stuff. All right. Well, you're not just hiring a videographer, right, in-house. You're paying for that camera, that $5,000 camera. You're paying for the video editing software. You're paying for the lighting. I've worked with videographer teams, and they have some expensive equipment, some really expensive equipment, right? A 360 video camera, right? There's just a whole bunch of equipment and costs that come along with making that hire, with making that investment. When you hire an agency, let's say you go for a video production agency, it's sort of baked into that fees, but it's baked into everyone's fees. So it's a much lower percentage, right? So let's say you hire a videographer agency. They've already got the cameras, they've already got the equipment, they've already got the editing software, etc. You're mostly paying for the labor of their time, not paying for the infrastructure costs. So, you hire someone internally, and again, if you hire an experienced videographer, you're looking at least $70,000 in costs, just base costs for salary, right? Maybe you can find an experienced one for less than that in smaller markets, but not a whole lot less. That's a pretty fair price. And so once you factor in all the payroll, the benefits, and the infrastructure costs, it's just a far better option to go with a video production agency, in my opinion. So, all right, those are 3 reasons why businesses hire advertising agencies. And if you like this video, subscribe, like, share, comment. I love seeing new subscribers. And if you want to boost your online game, your online marketing game, contact Shea Digital at this phone number right here for a free consultation. We've doubled e-commerce companies, the revenue coming from paid search for e-commerce companies, and we're talking $100 million e-commerce companies, large companies. And we've also gone from 0 leads generated a day to 3,000 leads generated in a day for an insurance client. Oh yeah, those leads converted 3 times better than their bot leads from a third party. These results bring a ton of value. These results change businesses. And if you want your business changed, you can call right there, 772-497-6077 for a free consultation, or go to our website and fill out a contact form. This has been Ryan McDonald at Shea Digital. Thank you for your time.